Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Linux Crypto, and welcome to a new video on Rndr, which I'm not sure why, and I also don't like doing it, but I tend to cover Rndr a little bit more often when the market gets a little bearish. So that's also why I wanted to cover it today. I mean, we've seen a significant sell-off and a significant drop in the last 24 hours, even longer, of course. I mean, if you look at Rndr right now, basically since this breakout right here. So that was the 1st of April, Rndr has been bearish. All right, we've had some consolidation here in this range, and don't worry, I'll delete the ugly drawings. We've had some consolidation, but in general, technically, we're bearish. All right, what I do think though, and that's also one of the key reasons why I do tend to cover Rndr quite a bit when the market is bearish, I think Rndr is a great project. And right now, the market cap is $2.75 billion. I think we're getting into areas. And I'll also tell you which price levels I think are most interesting to get some sort of a buy in. But I think we're getting into areas where Rndr is getting undervalued. I think over the next year and in the long term, this is already super undervalued. All right, this is an easy 4x, and I even think a 10x from these levels is very, very realistic. So that's just why I wanted to start off this video positive, of course. So that's also why I wanted to cover this. Now, do I think you should buy this? Not necessarily, because the main thing I'm looking for to buy Rndr is two things. I either want a bullish breakout from Bitcoin, so that Bitcoin and therefore the market gets some sort of a bullish reclaim and that we can actually get some momentum. That would be great, because then Rndr will follow. Or I need to see a very strong support level for Rndr come up. And at this point of time, look, for Bitcoin has fallen down a lot. We have found some support here in the last hour or so, and we have gained a little bit of momentum here, but it's much too early to say. All right, Bitcoin really needs to gain much more momentum for me to say that Bitcoin is bullish and that Rndr can potentially, to add some more technicals to the chart, and that Rndr can potentially break above its main resistance level right now, which is 7.5. Which, if Rndr does break above 7.5 and the market is relatively bullish, that's a great sign. Then we can actually get some bullish momentum. But it's much too early to say anything about that right now. All right, because that could happen today. And I do think you should know it. And that's why I will tell you, keep your eyes on Bitcoin. If the open interest for Bitcoin starts rallying and Bitcoin technically gets some sort of a bullish breakout, then especially after Rndr gets a bullish breakout as well, that could be a great moment to at least short-term buy Rndr. But I cannot predict that. Right? It's in the hands of whales and institutions right now. I cannot tell you where whales or institutions are going to buy. I think you should be prepared for it. I think that there's a good chance that from the current levels, Bitcoin will be bullish again, but who knows? And what I can tell you something about is which levels I like for Rndr. All right. So what I would expect if I were you is we've been in a downtrend. I would expect this downtrend to continue. And then when you're looking at very strong levels to buy from, there's one level I like a lot, and that's right here between $6.5 and $6. Very strong technically, as you can see historically, that's a super strong technical level, especially around 6.25. And then it's also supported by the 200 EMA down here. So that's the main level I'm looking at right now. Now, does that mean that's going to hold? Not necessarily. If Bitcoin continues to be super bearish, we'll probably drop down towards $5 as well. But if you look at that level, I mean, that level from the current prices is down another 14% or so. So then you're buying at like a $2.4 billion market cap. At some point of time, it's time to stop being greedy. That's a great market cap for the long term. So that's why at this moment, what I think is most likely, unless we see some sort of bullish reversal for Bitcoin, I think it's most likely we'll drop down to that level and that we will find support there. And that's also the level where I will buy Rndr, just so you know. But those are my thoughts. I will keep you updated on this if you're interested in that. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.